Hey guys, while I'm still sitting in this beautiful forest here in the Tokai forest just outside Cape Town, thought I'd just whack one more devotional quickly, if that's okay. I want to talk about 1 Peter 1. We're moving on to verse 22, and it basically talks about those who have purified themselves and received salvation. It then tells you what to do. When you become a brother, when you get back into fellowship, when you get back into finding others who, as we spoke about yesterday, might be feeling a little bit like strangers, and you find somebody and you draw alongside them, it'll tell you what to do from then onwards. Simply this, says this: love one another deeply from the heart. Love one another deeply from the heart. Now, it would sort of, by implication, suggest that there's another source from which we can love, and indeed there is. You see, you can love one another from the mind. It's an academic kind of love. It's the kind of love that will lead you to do nice things because you're thinking good things of people and you're knowing that you have to do those things, but it's all coming from your head. It's that aspect of doing what is good things of commission, where you care for people, but you can care for them from your head because you know you have to do it. You can be kind to people, you can feed people, you can protect people, you can take people in and house them. You can do all those really good things, but it's just from your head if you think it's something you have to do. Maybe you think you have to do it in order to please God. Well, I'm sure the action is good in God's eyes because it is good for other people that people do those things. But God is looking at this far further than just the action. He's looking into your head and saying, wouldn't it be cool if you did the same thing, but you did it for a different reason? Because the reason of doing it comes from your heart and not your head. Where you're doing it from your head, you're thinking about this thing and say, I have to do it. But when you do that same stuff and you do it from your heart, it's a completely different thing. Doing the same thing, but a different reason. Because the reasoning comes out of a heart that is broken. I love that song, that break my heart for things that break yours, we say to God. I look around the world, people, and there are so many things that break the heart of God. And God says in his mind, I know you got a problem, I've seen your problem, I've heard your cry, but the depth of my heart says I'm going to come down to you and I'm going to minister to you because I love you. When you genuinely love people from your heart, the action is going to be so easy, and it's going to be like falling off a log. It's going to be as easy as anything. You won't have to think about it. You don't have to work it out. You will just do it because the love for people, because of your love for God, is the greatest motivator for doing good things and loving people that is out there. But there's another aspect of this loving thing. You know, those are all loving things by way of commission. We commission ourselves. God has commissioned us to do those things. But I think some of the greatest love actions are actions of omission. Let me explain. You know, when you stop bad-mouthing people and you say, I'm not going to do that, that's going to be an action of omission. When you watch and guard the lips that God has given you, and you guard the words that come out of your mouth, and you guard the reputation of people, and when you hear rubbish being spoken about people, then you determine, I'm not going to allow that to happen. I will stand in defense of those who have been maligned and those who have been rejected. When we begin to do those sort of things, that makes a complete different scenario. Commission action is one thing. It's probably the easiest of them all. But actions of omission, where I'm not going to trash you, I'm not going to judge you, I'm not going to do those sort of things. I'm going to protect your reputation. I'm going to guard my own mouth over certain things. I'm not going to pass rumors on to people who don't need to hear that stuff. Because every time you say something about somebody else, you know what happens, people? You make the story bigger. And we will do this all the time. And we hurt people in the process. And then we don't have the conscience enough to recognize the hurt that we have caused and the inconvenience and the pain that we've caused in somebody's life, all because we didn't love with our heart, we loved with our head. And when we love with our heart, there's more issues of omission that are more important than the issues of commission. I was going to say the sins of commission, no, the good deeds of commission. So when we give people the benefit of the doubt and we live as peacemakers, we keep our nose out of other people's business, and we offer that kind of lifestyle that's coming from a heart, because the head says, I want to know more. I want to tell you more. Do you know what happened to this person? Whatever that guy. Let me give you more information so you can go and pray for them. When people come to me and say, hey, Trevor, I'm just going to tell you this so you can pray for that person, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I know what's about to come. I know what you're about to tell me, something that you know is not right and not good to tell, but you guys, and I think, Trevor, you just need to know this so you can pray for them. People don't do that. I don't want to know that stuff. Neither do you want to tell it. And that, I believe, is the greatest proof of love from the heart, is those issues of omission, things we won't do to one another, than the issues of commission. They're easy to do. Think about that today, and let's apply it. Bye-bye, guys.